In addition to what we learned about creating menus, you are also able to create sub-menu items or menus that you want to appear elsewhere on your site. We're going to learn how to do that in this particular video. So we already had worked on our main menu and we had created sub-navigation menu items here. What we're going to do now is we're going to make a couple of new menu items that are going to appear in other places. In order to do this, I'm going to click the link that says create a new menu. This is going to be called side menu. I'm going to click create menu. And once you've created the menu, you're going to have the option to automatically add new top-level pages to the menu. This will automatically add any primary top-level pages automatically. I generally don't like this to be checked because I don't always want all the top-level pages to be part of the menu. The other option is to check that this menu is the primary menu. If you do this, this will currently replace any other primary menu that you have set. We do not want to do this either, so we'll leave both of these things unchecked. We are going to add some items to the menu. So in this case, we're going to add one of our pages, the featured creatures, and we're going to add some information from our posts. I'm going to indent these items and I'm going to save the menu. Once the menu has been saved, I'm going to actually create one more menu. So you can see right here, now I have the option to select a menu to edit. I have the main menu, which is the primary, and then I have the new menu that we just created, side menu. We'll create one more menu. This one is going to be called footer menu. And I'm going to add the pages that I want to incorporate into this menu. And if I want to reorganize these, I certainly can. I'm going to save the menu. And now you can see that I have several menus in my theme. This does not mean that the menus have been added to our website. If I refresh the front end portion of my website, I still have the same primary menu that we were dealing with before, and you can see that I have no other menus anywhere on our theme, but we'll incorporate these into our website now. Before we do that, I do want to go over the Manage Location tab. The Manage Location tab is where you can assign where you want these menus to show up. Now, depending on your theme, you might have different options. Some themes do have locations available for multiple menus, and if they do, you'll have another row listed here where you can assign a specific menu to that area. This particular theme does not offer that sort of functionality. We only have the option to add the primary menu, but we can add the other menus to different sections by using the widget function. So let me show you how that works. I'm going to go into the widget area, and you can see that I have some widgets that I've set up. So I have a right sidebar. This will add widgets to show in the right side panel of a page. One of the options I have is custom menu. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this to the sidebar. And it's going to let me give this a title. I'm going to select the menu. So we're going to select our side menu. And then I can specify if I want this to show up as the right sidebar. And I can select position 1. If I had additional options available for this theme, I might have alternate positions where I could add this. So we'll go ahead and just put position 1. I'm going to save the widget. Okay, so let's see how we can incorporate this. At this point, if I come to the front end area of my website, you can see that I don't have the menu showing up. The main reason that I don't see the menu on the About Us page is because of the page styling that we're using for this page. If you go to one of my other pages that supports multiple areas, for instance, if I go to the post page, one of the post pages like the Ridley Sea Turtle page, you can see that this does support our new menu. So here you can see I have my Do More menu that we just created with links to these other areas. And all of my posts are using this kind of default layout and look that we had specified. I'm going to go back to some of my other pages, and you can see because of the functionality that we had previously added in some of our other videos, Most of these pages do not support multiple columns, and that's because we had edited them. But some pages that we didn't edit do support the multiple columns. If they do support that, this new menu is going to show up to the right. The reason why the menu doesn't show up on all of the pages, this is my Make a Difference page, as you recall, is some of these pages we had changed their default layout, and I'll just show you to remind you, to the full width template. The default template does support these multiple sections, but full width does not. So that is something that you're going to have to be aware of, and you're going to have to make edits to accordingly. What we will do on these pages that aren't going to support the side menu is we're going to add in a menu to the bottom. We called it footer menu. So if you recall from one of our other movies, we had been using the Site Origin plugin to create other places on our page. I'm going to go ahead and add a row, and this is just going to be a 1-column row. I'm going to insert that, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to drag this row to the bottom. I'm going to go ahead and select this row, and then I'm going to edit the row. This row is going to use the full width row layout. And for design, I'm going to specify a blue color. I'll click done and come back. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add a widget. Once I've clicked add widget, I can add a new widget. And the widget that we want to add is we want to add the custom menu. So I'll click custom menu. It allows me to add a custom menu. I'm going to click edit. And what we're going to do here is we're going to select our footer menu. We're going to give the menu a title, and we're going to click done. Now I'm going to update the Make a Difference page. If we go back out to the front end portion of our website and refresh, you can now see that I've added a full width menu to this section of the website. These links are active. Now the colors and some of the formatting is not optimal, so I'm going to edit this, and I can click the link right here from the front end, or I could go back in the back end and edit it. Either way will work. I'll just go back into the back end. I'm going to edit the row, and what we're going to do here is add some padding, and I'll just add 20 pixels all the way around. The other option that I want to change here is I want to change the color of the text. That is not an option that I have available in this right-hand bar. So in order to change the color of the text, I'm going to have to add some CSS. I can add row styles. So you could add IDs, classes, or cell classes to the rows, or we can simply add CSS styles. So I'm just going to add the style of color, and I'm going to tell the color to be white. You will have to know CSS in order to do this. I'll click done. We'll update our page. And now if we go to the front end portion of our website, you can see that some of the text has changed. The text that has changed is the regular text here. Now it looks for some reason that I don't see the padding that we had assigned. Let's just try to find out why some of those things aren't working. I'm going to go back into the backend portion, and this time I'm going to edit the actual custom menu. This will give me similar properties to change, but they should apply to the actual widget menu item. I'm going to add padding on the top once again, and you can see that once I'm in the widget style area, in addition to the padding, under design, I can change the background color, the image, the border color, and the font color, but also the link color. So we're going to change our link color to also be white. We'll click done and we'll update the page. And now when I go back to the Make a Difference page and refresh, you can see that my links are indeed white. I still am not getting the advantage of having that padding pop up in the way that I would really like it to. For some reason, when I was editing my row, I think I had actually entered 20px, which it did not like. So when I came in here to verify it, it said that it was 20, but I neglected to set the pull down menu to pixels. So make sure you don't put the type of units in these boxes. You only put numeric values, and then you use the pull down menu to set the type of units that you want to use. If I do that and I click update on my page and we go back out to the front end, you can now see that I have the padding that I wanted. So now I've successfully created a sidebar menu on pages that support it and a footer menu. And obviously I would have to add this to the various pages that I would want to incorporate this footer menu into. But these are several ways that you can add additional menus in addition to the primary menu that comes with your theme. So hopefully you found this useful, and now you know some new ways to incorporate menus into your website.